So to begin off straight away into the topic of energy and wellness. We've heard a lot about wellness, and when I begin to define wellness, it appears to me as three different things. I'm sure it appears to you the same way. It's not just the physical, it's not just the emotional, it's not just the mental, it's a combination of everything. A few years ago, some of you might have a memory of this movie where this person, the hero of the movie, would constantly talk about all is well. All is well. And that normally was said at times when things were not really moving well. He would always remind himself that all is well. And why would he do that? You might be very surprised to hear, but just saying something small like that is what changes your energy. So through that little line, that fellow was actually changing the energy. Just to go a little bit deeper into how the energy works, I'm going to take you into a Science 101 chapter. So energy. Almost everybody has heard about this line, everything is energy. Absolutely everything in the universe is energy. But how many times do we reflect at our own selves and look at ourselves as being part of that energy, as being that energy? So today, what I'm going to talk you through is a couple of ways. We just heard the previous speaker talk about how, they help people understand that they are in anxiety, how they help them to self-reflect. But as you look at the self-reflection, the only question, and that's what I go around telling people, to become so aware, to become so highly aware of the space, the energy part that you are at, the vibration that you are sending out, is just a really, really small, simple question that you ask to yourself. And what is that question? What am I feeling? What am I feeling? That's all. That's the energy vibration that you are vibrating at. That's the vibration that you are putting out into your neighborhood, into the universe, for all to see. And not just that, as we just heard, what we put out is what comes back. And so the energy that we are reflecting out there is what comes back to us. Now take a look at it. You guys have been here for a full day and attending many sessions. Some of you are even seeking answers as to, okay, I have this issue, how to sort out that issue. As all of us in this room sit and listen to the speakers, take just a moment. Take just a moment to see what energy are you coming from. Are you seeking an answer? Are you seeking a solution? Sitting in the energy of fear? Are you sitting in the energy of anxiety? Are you sitting in resentment, rejection? Where is it that you have been sitting? Not just for the past day today, but maybe for the past week. Take a look at your own energy. Once you know what energy you are reflecting, the one that you are transmitting, the one that you are vibrating at, once you know that part, now comes the next step. How to shift that energy from one to the other. How to shift from, let us say if you're sitting in lack, how to shift from lack to abundance. How to shift from one space of energy to the other. As I started with the saying, all is well. Just that tiny little bit of reminder can actually shift your energy. Being in gratitude is another way to shift your energy. But what I teach to most people comes again from the Science 101. When we talked about energy, when we heard about energy, there is a property that energy has. It cannot be created, it cannot be destroyed, but it can be transformed. Energy can be transformed. And again, if we think of ourselves and we think of all the things that work on energy, let's take the example of a television set. Do we understand how the TV works? No, we don't. We don't understand the wiring behind it. We don't understand how, everything went together to put together that one little idiot box on which we can watch so many channels. We don't understand that, but we do know how the remote works. You pick up the remote and you change the channel. That's exactly it. The television understands different frequencies, and just because you pick up the remote and change the channel changes. So now, putting that same concept of the idiot box towards ourselves. Yes, this is the idiot box, and we have many frequencies to play with. So the frequency could be, right now we are playing on the anger frequency or the fear frequency, and what does it take to change that channel? Firstly, the understanding that there is a remote. The second part is to understand that the remote is in my hands. And the third part is to know that I can change to a channel of my choice. I simply need to know the channel number. So just to be able to be observing what my channel is right now gives you the first step. Because as soon as you know that you're looking at yourself through fear, already you've created a distance between the frequency and yourself. I am sitting in fear versus I am playing in the fear frequency. That understanding will come to you the more you become mindfully aware of the frequency that you're operating at. And for that very tiny little question, what am I feeling? As a matter of fact, I tell people, put an alarm for every 2 hours. Use the technology today so that you are no longer vibrating at the same frequency once you get to see it. Otherwise, becoming aware might be an issue. However, when you have the alarm ringing, that one quick question, what am I feeling? What am I feeling? And that will give you a clue into what energy you're vibrating at. And then to come to the next part, if you are that idiot box that you can change to any frequency, think of any frequency. We have so many examples of beautiful frequencies around us. As Hindus, as any of these religions, we have all of these gurus, guides, and gods that we put as the highest frequency. How do you understand what their channel number is? How do you tune into that frequency? The line is very simple. You simply just observe to yourself and say, I take energy from whoever it is. Whoever you wish to take energy from. I take any energy from Guru Gobind Sahib. I take energy from Christ. I take energy from Krishna. The frequency over there being that of unconditional love. And then, just by you putting your awareness on it, I take energy from so-and-so. You are putting your awareness to what energy you are trying to tune into. Over here, I offer another path of ease and grace. You might be at the frequency of fear. I operate at the frequency of abundance. Abundance has very little to do with how much money there is in the bank account, but it does have everything to do with I sit in the knowing that I am constantly, forever taken care of. No matter what's happening outside, no matter what story is playing outside, I am taken care of. When I say I'm taken care of, it's not about the body. It's about knowing that I'm much more than the body. But when I sit in that abundance and you are sitting in fear, what I offer to you, what I offer to many people across the globe, and so many people are already following this approach and changing their energy beautifully into abundance. I take energy from Meenal. I am in the frequency of Meenal. And your television set changes its frequency, and you start playing the program of abundance. Where you might sit today, you might say, I don't even know Meenal. How can I take energy from her? The whole point being the television set doesn't care what frequency. However, when you tune into it, when you put that remote onto it, it has to play the program from where that energy is being received. So I am not Meenal. I have a place from where I take my source of energy, and that sits in abundance. And with this little tiny phrase to yourself, you're able to move to the same source of abundance just with this line. I take energy from. That's it. I take energy from XYZ, or I take energy from Meenal. And that is what is going to put you more and more into the frequency of abundance. That's my time for today. I'm looking at it, and I was given 10 minutes. We're almost at the end of 10 minutes. The only thing that I would like to point out over here again and again is that the first step is always about mindful awareness, and for that, you can use the technology. The second step over here is the actual step, putting your focus on that energy that you are looking to receive. And for that, I just gave you another solution as well. So thank you very much, all of you, for being here and for giving me this time here. And with that, may all of you find the abundance that you are seeking. Amen.